In a recent interview, Sinner said that he wanted to step away from tennis. You may be thinking to yourself, how is that possible? He's the world number one. He just won Australian Open. Why would he want to quit tennis? Well, Sinner said in that interview that he wanted to have fun. He said that he wanted to have fun on the court. He said he wasn't having fun anymore. During the Australian Open of 2025 this year, he said that people were looking at him differently, like when he was eating. People were looking over, and he just wasn't having fun. He wasn't feeling good. So why might this be the case? Well, athletes have to deal with a lot of pressure. You, in your lower level competition in your sport, might feel like you're dealing with a lot of pressure already. Well, athletes deal with much more pressure than you, professional athletes. Because professional athletes, they have like the world spotlight on them. People are expecting them to win, expecting them to perform well, especially at the world number one for Sinner's case. If he loses, people are going to be shocked, right? He has a lot of pressure that he has to deal with. And that extra tension means more pressure for him. And it's also impossible to have fun when people are trying to beef with you. Like, just imagine if Sinner were to see Kyrgios in the locker room. Kyrgios has been bad mouthing him ever since Sinner got those, like, it was revealed that Sinner had those two failed drug tests. Kyrgios has been consistently beefing with him on media, saying he's bad. Just imagine if Sinner sees him in the locker room and how that bad that must feel. Think about, it's not just Kyrgios, right? It's so many other players like Wawrinka, Djokovic. They all made statements that were relatively negative towards Sinner. So when Sinner's in the locker room, people are going to look at him differently, and they're not going to maybe treat him with the same amount of respect that you might expect them to treat him. And also, Serena Williams made some other comments too. She said that she would have been banned for 20 years and had Grand Slams taken away from her if the same thing were to happen to her. I don't know about you, but I don't really think that's going to be the case. But as you can see, a lot of players don't view Sinner very positively. And that puts a lot of extra pressure and just doesn't make Sinner feel good, right? It's like if you're in a workplace and everyone you're working with doesn't like you, well, you're just not going to have fun. You're not going to enjoy it, and you want to step away. That's what's happening with Sinner here. It's actually pretty insane. It actually shows his dominance because he's in a really bad place mentally. He said it himself. He's not having fun. He doesn't want to play tennis anymore. And when you're not in the right place mentally, it's very hard to compete. You're distracted by off-court things. It's hard to train. And when you're on the court, it's hard to focus and just lock in. So the fact he's able to still win Grand Slams like the US Open, Australian Open, and just shut up haters is actually disgusting. So if you want to understand why mental is so important, I made a video on it about why Sinner will struggle in his return. Because he just still, like, there's still so many things that's going to impact his performance. So one thing is that he's clearly not in the right space, and he's making his comeback. He had this break from tennis, which he said that it was actually helpful for him to have his break because he focused on the people he loved, like his friends and family, so he could have that good community to support him, rather than feeling like it's him alone versus the world of all those people that don't like him. So the question that now we encounter now is, should he prioritize his well-being or his career success? So Alcaraz had a Netflix show. I don't know if you watched it, but it's called like My Way or something. And Alcaraz in that show, he was grappling with whether he should become GOAT, like he should dedicate the next 10, 15 years of his life grinding nonstop to try to become GOAT, or if he should prioritize his happiness. And like when he was asked that question straight up, he said that he would rather be happy than be the GOAT. And the thing about Alcaraz is that he's not like Sinner or like many other Djokovic, for example. Like not that kind of professional pro that you would expect. He actually likes to party. So before he won his first Wimbledon, he went to like some like island, some luxurious island. He just partied straight for 4 nights, and then no tennis. He just straight up party for 4 days, and then he went to Queens and he won Queens, and then he won Wimbledon. So then the next year, if you do the same, if it works once, it must work a second time, right? So he partied this time for 6 days. He just partied in the same place 6 days, no tennis. And then he went to Queens, and then he lost to Jack Draper. But he still won Wimbledon, right? So it's all good. The thing about Alcaraz is that, yeah, That's why you see Alcaraz performing worse than Sinner, because he wants to have a life. He doesn't want to be like a grinder, like NPC, who just plays tennis. The thing about Sinner is that he's kind of a bot. Like when he won his first Australian Open, his first Grand Slam, on the like usually there's like a dinner party or like a dinner meal, and there's like a bunch of other activities for like the winner of the Grand Slam, like after they win. But what Sinner did is he basically just got on the day he won. He literally that night he got on a plane. He just went straight back home so he can go back and train. And on the plane, he wasn't like celebrating with his team or anything. He was thinking about how he went down 2 sets to love against Medvedev. Think about it. Like any rational person, a normal person with emotions would be celebrating. Like Alcaraz, he's like parties like after he wins. But Sinner just is a bot. He just goes back home immediately. That just shows you his mentality of how serious he takes tennis. And I feel like it's not good to be in either direction. You probably want to have a good balance. You want to have fun as well as also try to be as well as you can, like in your career. So that's more of what I'll do. So in the end, Sinner is not actually wanting to quit tennis. He just wanted to step away. In the moment, he felt like quitting tennis because his mentally, it just felt like the world was against him. But usually, when you're facing these like negative situations where you feel like there's no hope left, just think about what's the worst thing that could possibly happen. And when you think about it like that, what's the worst thing that could possibly happen to Sinner, right? He steps away from tennis. Well, he's still like a millionaire, right? Things are still good for him. He's still having a good life. So if you think about it that way, it just seems a lot less scary. During that time, he probably felt like the entire world was against him, like I said earlier. And that just feels horrible. But if he were to just think about it, maybe he would not have had those thoughts in the first place. Thank you guys for watching, and tune in for the next video.